welcome to the Oasis. My name is Mike, and today I'm going to be talking about Contagion VR Outbreak, which I played today on the Oculus Rift. Now you're probably wondering, Mike, this is a bit unusual, this isn't your usual setup. Well, you're right, absolutely. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I tried to play Contagion VR Outbreak today and deliver a full video gameplay for you guys and girls, but unfortunately that just wasn't possible. The game in its current state is sort of broken in my opinion, and I had 2 failed recording attempts to sort of show you the gameplay from my perspective. So I thought I'd do this quick sort of talk about the game, the things I encountered, how I would compare it to the original demo, and kind of just give you my thoughts, which, spoiler, ultimately are, don't buy the game in its current state and wait a little bit longer, and I'll tell you why in more detail. So I was actually a big fan of this game, and I played the demo way back sort of, maybe sort of 4 or 5 months ago. The demo is available on Steam right now still, so you can go and check it out for yourself. But if you're not familiar with Contagion VR Outbreak, the demo was really great, and a lot of people really loved it as well. And basically it kind of started where you were arriving home from a day's work, I guess, at your apartment, and you were getting phone calls from your girlfriend who was out on the streets, and you were just talking about sort of casual things like what to have for dinner, for example, and it kind of built a really nice atmosphere, you know? And then your girlfriend calls you back and she's like witnessing this kind of crazy events unfold on the streets firsthand, and she's sort of relaying that information to you. And it was a really clever narrative and a great way to tell the story that felt like you were connected and a part of it. And you were in this like really sort of dimly lit apartment that really had this creepy vibe to it anyway. And then you kind of discover that there's a plumber called Tony who's kind of turned in your apartment. You have to deal with him, and then the kind of game sort of pace ramps up a little bit, and then you start shooting some zombies, and it kind of becomes a sort of zombie shooter from there. But the demo was really impressive. It was graphically very good. It had a great story to it that felt intimate and creepy. The whole atmosphere, they absolutely nailed it. And it was just like a very polished demo, and it felt great to play, and it made me very excited for the final game release. So then, sort of fast forward to about a week ago, the developers from Contagion VR Outbreak from Monochrome contacted me and said, hey, we've released our game in early access, here's a key for the game, do you want to check it out? I said, sure, I'm really excited about this one, and finally, today I had the opportunity to check it out. My initial plan was to do a recording of the first sort of full segment of the game and deliver that to you in terms of like an edited video, so sort of show you the gameplay elements. And yeah, I was really excited about recording it and playing the game and showing you guys and girls what my thoughts were. But unfortunately, about sort of half an hour into my first playthrough, I encountered a complete game crash, which is really unusual in VR. It's very rare to have a full game crash. Maybe you will encounter some sort of bug or something like that, but a full game crash is pretty rare. So I was like, okay, this is a bit strange, but I played through it again, started my recording again, and again, half an hour in, as soon as you kind of left the apartment and started exploring the other hallways in the apartment building, then I encountered another full game crash. And then at that point, I was like, okay, this is a bit unusual, and started looking at other videos that other creators had made on YouTube of their playthroughs, and a lot of them encountered some very strange bugs and full system crashes as well. Like, according to a lot of other people that played the demo, I mean this early access release, they sort of got through the corridors, they then went outside, they went out to a rooftop, then did some sniping, and then the game just suddenly ended with no explanation, and that is actually part of the first segment of the game. And that is pretty much all the game has to offer right now, which is about sort of 40 minutes of gameplay. And so I just kind of wanted to do this kind of video to talk about the game. Obviously, I can't show you the full gameplay, but I can show you snippets in and out of me talking. And yeah, so initially, these are the things that sort of disappointed me really, because the demo I felt was so polished and I had so much fun with it. And I'll show you a little snippet of my experience of the demo right now, which was one of my favorite parts of the demo. And I kind of put some funny narration over it. So I hope you guys and girls enjoy this little clip, and then we'll talk a bit more about it afterwards. Okay, we need to get out of here. Can we go out this way? We can. Oh, oh my god. Oh. Oh shit. Oh my god. Get back! Woo! Oh, me. I just had a heart attack. So that's a little snippet from my original demo playthrough, and I had a blast with it. So I was really looking forward to this one. Sort of played through this, and then this is the sort of crash that I encountered. So after I encountered the crash, I got in touch with the developers and was saying, hey, you know, unfortunately, I can't play the early access game right now. I've encountered 2 crashes, and you know, I don't think it's ready right now. I can't recommend it to my audience, and let me know when the game's ready to play again, and I'll give it another look, because I'm willing to give this game another chance once the developers have invested more time in it and polishing it up, sort of fixing the bugs and the crashes and making this into a great game, because I think it's got real potential, especially because they're planning to do sort of multiple storylines from what I understand, and a multiplayer as well, and I think it really has the potential to be a great zombie game, but right now, in its current state, I just want to say that I can't recommend it. So the game is currently $17.99, $15.49 in British pounds, and right now I would just say save your money. If you're interested in a zombie game right now, I would recommend you go and check out Arizona Sunshine or Killing Floor Incursion. Both are available on the Oculus Store and Steam, and the great thing about those 2 titles in particular is that you can play them cooperatively, which is such a great way to experience these titles with a friend. It makes it so much fun, and ironically, the day before today, yesterday, I was playing Killing Floor Incursion with Nathy. We recorded some gameplay of that, and we played the last 2 levels of the game, and it was an absolute blast, and we had so much fun with it. So if you've really got the itch for a zombie game right now, I would say go and pick up one of those 2 titles, but stay clear from Contagion VR right now in its current state. So like I say, apologies that this video is a little bit strange and maybe not in keeping with my normal sort of videos, but I just kind of wanted to put the word out there that, you know, I didn't want you to sort of waste any money, go out and buy this game. So instead of me just not making a video today at all, or not showing you any gameplay, I just kind of wanted to be informative, tell you why I don't sort of recommend going and picking this up, and then hopefully kind of can give you the information for you to make a sort of an educated opinion on whether you should buy it right now or hold fire. But in my opinion, you should certainly hold fire until these bugs have been ironed out. So, I hope you guys and girls understand why I couldn't deliver the video. I hope you guys and girls enjoyed this one and found it informative. Leave a like if you liked the video. I'd love to know your feedback on this kind of style of video if I have to put something quickly together for you. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below if it was helpful, or if you prefer my sort of regular sort of content and you'd rather I just skip the game completely. I'd love to know your thoughts in the comments down below. Leave a like if the video was helpful to you. Make sure you're subscribed for all my future content. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.